What's good, everybody? I'm Danny D-Lo, and this is Danny D-Lo Biker TV, where we keep it real and we keep it 100. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what to do and how to deal with the police in any situation. This is brought to you by a little situation that just happened to a brother of mine, and he was asking me advice, and he actually was like, you know what, bro, that'd be a good episode, man. This is something that people need to know. And you know what? He's right. He's right. Some of y'all do need some education on how to properly deal with the police when being in the motorcycle club world and as a biker in general. So I'm going to explain to y'all a few tips, tell you what I do, give you my opinion, and there's a story coming shortly, right after this. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Danny D-Lo Biker TV. First, I want to give a shout out to Raphael. Thank you, my brother, for giving me a little donation. But for those of you that don't know, if you give me a $25 donation or more, I will damn sure make sure I appreciate you publicly, give you a shout out, and just show my appreciation for those of you that do support my channel and keep me intrigued and keep me wanting to keep continuing to do my content for you guys. So thank you for the support, Raphael. Much love and respect. So this episode, we're going to talk about what to do when dealing with the police. So a brother of mine had a little incident the other day. He called me up and he's like, hey, OG, I need your advice, man. What should I do? How should I handle this? Police are calling me, saying they just want to ask me some questions. They just want a statement. That's all. It's all good. They're playing that role, right? They're playing that game. So back in the day, I used to tell people, you know what? If you're innocent, just go in and talk to them. It shows that you're not guilty. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely don't suggest that anymore. So let's get into why I say that. But first, I want to get into what do you do when you're in a motorcycle club or as a biker in general and you're dealing with the police. Number one, don't say shit. Don't speak. Don't say nothing. The only thing you have to say when they come and talk to you is, talk to my lawyer. I'm going to call my lawyer. That's it. Lawyer up. You got nothing more to say. 9 times out of 10, when the police come to you asking questions, it's because they don't have anything. They're trying to get some info out of you. So if you give them the info, you're incriminating yourself. Whether you're innocent or not, call a lawyer, let the lawyer deal with it. 9 times out of 10, you won't even make it to a jail cell. If you do, at least you're not incriminating yourself and you can fight your case properly. See, the police, man, they like to play games, man. And they're going to tell you that they're your friend. They're going to tell you, hey, man, don't worry about it. You're not in trouble. We just need you to come in and answer a couple questions, and then you'll be right. We'll bring you right back home. You're not under arrest. It's all good. Don't worry about it. That's their way of getting you into the PD so that they can arrest you without hassle. Case in point, here's my story. Back in about 98, 99, I caught a murder beef. And it was a bullshit beef. I knew I didn't commit it. I knew I wasn't involved. And they're at my house. They're like, hey, man, Danny, we're just going to bring you in to ask you a couple of questions. Don't worry about it. You're not under arrest. We just need to figure out what happened. And I'm like, I'll tell you what happened. I didn't do it. I didn't kill nobody. So needless to say, I gather up 2 witnesses and a solid alibi because it was facts, it was the truth. I was with this individual when this allegedly happened. They bring me into the PD. It did not matter that I had 2 witnesses to say, hey, he didn't do nothing. It didn't matter that I had a solid alibi. hey man, he wasn't even there. He was with me. He didn't do nothing. It did not matter that we were on camera. Nothing mattered. The only thing they wanted to know was what's my personal info to put on the paperwork, as they charged me for first-degree murder and locked me up. Now, yeah, I beat the case the first hearing because I had witnesses. I had an alibi. I had a very good lawyer. They had no proof. All they had was some shithead that was a hater that didn't like me said that I was involved in this hit. Now, at the end of this trial, I was innocent, never was charged. It's not on my record. I didn't go to prison. I didn't get charged. Nothing happened, right? I still got locked up, though, y'all. I got locked up, spent 2 days in jail. Bluebird came and got me, took me to Cook County Jail, and I spent 30 days in Cook County Jail to fight my case. I want to say it was like maybe like 15, 18 days or something like that when I finally made it to court, to the preliminary hearing. So it wasn't exactly 30. I apologize for that. But that's how it went down, because I thought, hey man, I'm innocent. I ain't got nothing to worry about. And me coming in and volunteering myself to answer questions or talk to them, I mean, they're going to see that I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing. Does a murderer voluntarily come talk to you? Of course not. So I'm good. I'm straight. Nothing to worry about. Wrong. I went to jail and I was charged for murder. So thankfully I beat that case and it was no big deal. Not the first time that happened in my life, unfortunately. So, case in point to that story is, don't say shit. Let your lawyer handle it, man. Because 9 times out of 10, like I said, you won't even see a jail cell. Because they don't have enough evidence. They don't have enough proof to get you on something. And I mean, this goes whether you're innocent or guilty. Doesn't matter. Don't say nothing. So, D-Lo, what should you do if you're on your bike, you got your colors on, and you get pulled over? And the police is walking up on you. Got the guns drawn, most likely, depending on what kind of club you in. Same scenario. You ain't got nothing to say. Keep your hands on your head or the handlebars. What I personally do, the minute I get pulled over, I shut the bike off, put the kickstand down, and I do this. I put my hands on my head and I rest. I let them control the situation and say, you can put your hands at rest, you're good. Okay, cool. So now I put them on my bars and I just wait and see what he wants. Why did you pull me over for, sir? Oh, I was speeding? Right on. Can I reach in my pocket to give you my license and insurance? Here you go, sir. That's all I have to say. Now they're going to ask some questions. Where are you coming from? I don't answer questions without my lawyer. Well, where are you going? I don't answer questions without my lawyer. Do you mind if we search your vehicle? I absolutely do not give permission to illegally search my premises without my lawyer and without a proper warrant. That's all we got to talk about. Because whether I like the police or not, whether I'm cool with them or not, which I'm not hating on cops. Cops got a job to do. It is what it is. I've always said in my work, and not my work, but in my lifestyle back in the day when I was a gang member selling drugs and all that crazy shit, back in them days, I used to always tell the police, it's your job to catch me. It's my job to not get caught. As long as we both have that mutual respect for each other, for our jobs, we'll get along just fine. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Don't insult mine. You know what I'm saying? So when you get pulled over, yeah, that's all you got to say, man. And I'm not going to necessarily say that, okay, hey, man, everything will be all good. They'll give you a ticket and leave you on your way. You know how many times I was illegally searched in Chicago? Bro, I can guarantee you over 1,000 times in my life in Chicago, living in Chicago, on the west side of Humboldt Park there, Humboldt Park area, I got pulled over every day for years just for looking Latino driving a vehicle. Somehow, some way, and those of you from Chicago, New York, all the bigger cities, we all know. Those of you that are OGs, true OGs, what I'm about to say is going to make you laugh. Somehow, some way, no matter what, I always fit the description. You ever notice that, y'all? Well, you kind of fit a description of somebody we're looking for. So we want to illegally search you, and we're going to tear your whole fucking vehicle up. We're going to make it a mess. We're going to tear your seats up. We're going to completely cause you at least $2-3 grand worth of damage, if not a few $100 of your time to clean your vehicle now, because they done throwing everything all over the place. Slammed you up against a car, put you in cuffs, illegally detained you. All kinds of laws were broken because you matched the description. Basically, you were driving while looking Latino. You were driving while looking black. You were driving looking like a drug addict. It was one of the three. If you were a white person over on the west side or the south side, even the east side, and you're all up in the black folk neighborhood, you were automatically looked at, oh, he here to buy crack. He here to buy dope. No matter what. You could live there. You could be visiting somebody. It didn't matter. You could look completely clean cut with a suit and tie on. You're there to buy dope. Or you might be looking for a hooker, depending on what time of the day it is, right? Guys like me that got that gangster looking face, I look Latino. No matter what, I'm a gang member. No matter where I'm at. Automatically, I'm a gang member and I'm up to no good. Like, that's how it was back in the day, man. Police brutality, police harassment, and just overall experience with the police was horrible. But I still don't hate police. I've always said that on my channel. I'm gonna speak the truth about real shit that's happened, but I'm not gonna sit here and down the police and be like, oh, you know, F the police and all this stuff. No, I'm not on that, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a job to do, man. It's just all on how you treat me, and that completely depends on how I treat you. You know? That's another thing I want to talk about, too. You know, I've seen a lot of guys in the club world, 1% or not, you know, even just independents I've seen, actually, now that I think about it, they get pulled over, and they got this whole attitude. You know, fuck you, pig, I don't answer questions. Why are you pulling me over for, pig? The fuck, pig? All this bullshit, right? Well, that cop might have been the coolest cop ever. He just wanted to pull you over to let you know your tail light was out, man. All right, man, you know what? You're doing 20 over. Just do me a favor and slow it down, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Could have been the coolest cop you ever ran into. But you dictated that situation from the word jump. As soon as he walked up, you had an attitude. So he's going to have an attitude. And this whole situation is not going to go well. And one of the biggest things you want to keep in mind, and especially when you're in a pack, while you catching all that attitude and talking shit, this cop is in fear for his life. He already called for backup. Now he's calling for more people. So guess what? We're all sitting like this on our bikes for 2 hours, 3 hours, while they run all our names, put us all in the system, and search our bikes. And guess what? You've got a couple of felon brothers. You've got some brothers on parole. You got some brothers that are ex-convicts. You got some brothers that are all of the above. And they got a strap on them. They got a heater in their pocket. They got a little snow in their pocket. They got a little white girl in their fucking pocket for the ride home later. They got a little smoke in their pocket, a little bit of weed and shit. You know, they got a joint in their cigarette pack. Well, guess what? Now 4 or 5 of your brothers just went to jail. God forbid, one of them brothers might have a warrant for somewhere that you don't even remember, or he just didn't want to deal with. Either way, some of your brothers are about to go to jail and maybe prison because of your mouth. So keep your mouth shut, be respectful, and be cool. Cops are doing their job, do yours. Show them that you're not the piece of shit that they automatically think you are. So that's my time today. That's what I got to say about that. One thing I do want to address in this video is there was one individual that commented saying that he supported my channel, he likes what I do, he respects me and blah blah blah, but he really didn't like my video towards Mitch Smiley. Well, my first reaction was, tough shit, I really don't care what you think, I'm gonna do my content the way I do it. But this man is a longtime follower of mine. I'm not gonna say your name, but you know who you are. In this comment, he actually said he didn't like the way I was threatening him. It truly amazes me on how many of you guys can hear me speak, can hear my exact words out of my mouth. And I'm one of the most direct people you'll ever encounter. There's no in between the lines with me. I shoot it straight. I talk straight. I don't bullshit. But there's always a few of you that interpret what I say into your goofy ass mind and then come up with a whole nother thing that's way out of left field, completely nothing close to what I said. Now, those of you that haven't watched that video, or even if you did, go back and watch that video. Tell me, please, for the love of God, tell me, how and where did I threaten anybody? There was no threats. There really wasn't even no hatred. I just spoke facts. Yes, the man's been around the biker world when he was a young man. Yes, he did some things back in the day. Yes, he did a ton of time in prison. No doubt about it. He's been through some shit. And he's a certified dude. No doubt about it. But you weren't in a club, so you can't talk about somebody who wasn't. Or was. Either or. I mean, come on. This is facts, man. There was no disrespect intended in that whole video. I just kept it real. And that's what I'm going to do from now on, is keep it real. Because that's what we do here, y'all. We keep it real, and we keep it 100. That's what my channel's about, y'all. Ain't no bullshit. Ain't no sugarcoating. Ain't no politicking. Ain't no BS, man. I'm going to tell it how it is, whether you like it or not. If I hurt your little freaking feelings, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. For all you haters, speaking of hurt feelings, for you haters that want to come on here and comment and talk all this bullshit, listen, bro, I'm not paying y'all no attention. You want to know why? Because you can see me on the street any time you want, but you won't. You're going to type and you're going to ghost away, because when you see me out here publicly, never have I seen one of y'all step up. Not once. One guy stepped up, got a little belligerent, and if he's on here and he's watching, he'll tell you it didn't go well for him. That's not being a tough guy. That's just being a man. And yeah, I roll with certified G's. That's how I am. So you're not going to say nothing. You're never going to say it to my face. You're never going to come up and say, hey, man, you're this, you're that. You're weak, you're fake, you're blah, blah, blah. I don't like you. Bro, I don't care. You ain't going to do shit. So sit down and shut up, punk. Don't nobody care what you got to say, dog. Comment your little BS, whatever, man. Scroll if you don't like my content. It's real simple. So in my closing of this video, I hope that I'm helping somebody out here. I hope that you guys take this info in, man. And remember it when you're in that situation. Remember, whether you're guilty or innocent, it doesn't matter. Never volunteer anything. Let your lawyer handle it. It's the only way to do it. The only way to do it, man. Trust and believe me when I tell you from first-hand experience, keep your mouth shut. I'm Danny D'Lo. Do me a favor, y'all. Go down to my merch store, tag below. Order yourself a hoodie, a t-shirt, a Dago tee, a sticker. Order something just to show support for my channel. That's all I'm asking, y'all. I'm not asking for free money. I give you good content, good entertainment. So show a little love back. Throw me a little donation. $25 will always get you a shout out or more. Anything below, I appreciate. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know. Hey, man, I dropped you $2. I dropped you $10. I'm always going to say thank you. I really appreciate you. Show support for the channel so it elevates me to want to keep giving you guys good content. That's all I ask. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you to my new followers. No matter if you donated or not, I appreciate y'all, man. I do. So thank you for the love and support and the respect. Until the next episode, you already know the drill. Keep it real and keep it 100. I'll holla at y'all, man. Peace.